video games with the whole wide world. And welcome to another live stream of PlayStation 1 Classics. In this live stream, I'll be playing Grand Theft Auto. So sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. Now, as you are well aware of by now, and if you're not, you should be, what I love to do whenever I'm live streaming a retro game is to show the physicality of the game. So here is the box of Grand Theft Auto on PlayStation. This game is the sole reason why I wanted to get a PlayStation 1 as a kid. Not even joking. Why would I joke? Why would I joke? There's a lot of information at the back of the box. See, can you read it with me? Challenge yourself. Grand Theft Auto. Experience for yourself every classic car chase ever seen. Race at breakneck speed through an immense living city, outrunning and outwitting rival gang members, mercenaries, hired killers, and the entire police force. Drive dozens of varied vehicles around three of America's toughest cities. Only the best will be able to tame the fastest cars. Only the smartest will know all the shortcuts and the whereabouts of the hottest vehicles. Only the toughest will be able to take on the world and finish the job like a professional. A unique zooming top-down view over 6,000 kilometers of freeways, backstreets, roads, alleys, and dead ends. Complete freedom of movement, no fixed track. You choose where you want to go. Outrageous Hollywood-style car handling, 16.7 million colors, a 60-minute soundtrack featuring all the music by some of today's hottest new acts, open-ended mission structure, complete jobs the way you want to, hidden missions, secret areas, and insane power-ups ensures that something new is never far away. No limitations, 100% open driving, 100% open vehicles, 100% action. This is the birth of the Grand Theft Auto series, which I'll actually discuss more throughout the live stream. So that's the box. But as always, it is what is inside the box that matters. There's actually some pretty cool pieces of history actually inside this box. BMG Interactive, which I will discuss. I'll discuss a bit more as we go forward. But let's just say that BMG Interactive were the original publishers of Grand Theft Auto. I wonder if it's still there. PO Box 607, London, SW6 4YY. I forget what this was for again. I think you'd send away for promotional information, marketing information. You just fill in like who you are, where you live, how did you hear about this product, who told you, who are you working for. You'd fill it in, and they would I would presume they would get back to you. Now this is the manual. But the back of the manual is pretty cool. It gives you the definition of Grand Theft Auto. I think 487HA. Every person who feloniously steals or takes any more a vehicle as defined in section 432 of the vehicle code, any trailer as defined in section 619 of the vehicle code, any special construction equipment as defined in section 527 of the vehicle code, or any vessel as defined in section 28 of the Harbours and Navigation Code is guilty of Grand Theft Auto, and upon conviction therefore shall be punished by imprisonment in the state prison for 16 months to 2 to 3 years, or a fine of not more than $10,000, or both, or by imprisonment in a county jail not to exceed 1 year, or a fine of more than $1,000, or both. Harsh, but it's worth it. There's the manual, the inside of the manual, I should say. How to play, pick a person. You're not even seeing half of that, sorry. I'm doing a terrible job now showing the inside of the manual, apologies. But that is the manual, nonetheless. No. What is this tiny little piece of paper, you may be wondering? Well, these are actually cheat codes. I was so lucky that I actually got those cheat codes in the game. This isn't my original copy of Grand Theft Auto. I sold my original Grand Theft Auto many years ago. This is actually a copy that I tracked down in a retro shop years back. But these are actually cheat codes. Groovy, all weapons. Well, hey, it's a lot of points. Lots of cheat codes there. Lots of cheat codes there. But it is this disc that is the single most important part of everything. This is the original Grand Theft Auto on PlayStation 1. I see a comment, I see a viewer, which I will acknowledge in just a moment. Bear with me. I shall increase the disc speed, improve the texture mapping. I always like to do that whenever I play a PS1 game. On PS2, Chungi Studio Home. Oh shit, I never seen the OG GTA before. Well, prepare to have your mind blown up by a rocket launcher from Grand Theft Auto, because you're going to love this live stream. This is indeed the original Grand Theft Auto on PlayStation 1. It is great to have you on Green Hill Gaming. Thank you so much for checking out the live stream. It's much appreciated. How are you doing? How are you keeping? How is your Monday going so far? Hope you did a live stream. No. One thing you could do on PlayStation with PS1 games, and you can do it on PS2 though, because PS2 is backwards compatible with PS1, is with select PS1 games, you could actually listen to pieces of music from the game. Now, as you know, one of the most iconic features of Grand Theft Auto is its soundtrack. So, again, prepare to have your mind blown. Tune. So what you're listening to right now, boy or girl, apologies if you're a female, is the original Grand Theft Auto soundtrack. But I will keep the rest of the music for later in the live stream as we play it through the game. But that's just I wanted to show you that feature. Pretty cool feature back in the day on PS1. You can actually listen to music from select PS1 games. Pretty cool though, isn't it? Okay, well, let's get stuck into the actual game itself. And if you want to stick around, if you can stick around, if you can't, there's absolutely no problem there. I'm not going to force anyone to stay on my live streams. If you've got things to do, it's perfectly fine. But if you have the free time, stick around for a bit later, and I will actually give you the history of Grand Theft Auto. And I will give you the history of Grand Theft Auto as well, Supan, my boy. Supan, you are always very welcome to Green Hill Gaming. How are you doing today, Supan? Welcome to another live stream of PlayStation 1 Classics. In this live stream, I am playing Grand Theft Auto on PlayStation 1. Of course, so I hope you're doing well, Supan, and I hope you enjoy the live stream. And if you both stick around for a little bit longer, or everyone watching, if you stick around for a little bit longer than the live stream, I will give you the history of Grand Theft Auto. So I hope you enjoy. Playing GTA. I am indeed just about. This is the father of GTA 5. It sure is. It sure is. Great, 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 great grandfather. It sure is, man. And again, Supan, just with my other viewer, I hope that you can stick around for a little bit longer because I will actually give you the history of Grand Theft Auto as we progress through the game. Now, bear in mind, this is the original Grand Theft Auto. The original Grand Theft Auto games and original games, like games back in the 90s, are pretty tough games. So I'm probably going to get a lot of get goods. Stuff like checkpoints and save points and just stuff like that was just a lot more hardcore back in the day. So just bear with me on that one now, lads. Don't judge me. I don't know, see the other viewer. Oh, he's here, alright. He or she. Apologies. DMA design, which I will discuss more later in the live stream. DMA design were the original developers of Grand Theft Auto, and of course published by BMG Interactive, which I will speak now. Listen to this piece of music. This piece of music defines Grand Theft Auto to me. Supan, this game is the reason why I wanted to buy a PlayStation 1. Fact. Yanni, Alan Wake on Switch. When is your prediction? Prediction? Oh, I mean release date. I'm not too sure. Where is Rockstar? Good question. I'm delighted that somebody joined the live stream and asked me that question. Well, if you can stick around for a bit longer, I will answer that question. And I'd be happy to answer that question to you. I lost hope on Ragnarok, the state of play for it. Yeah, it's apparently rumored for September. Oh, this music. Oh, I didn't give the game permission to skip that music. How dare that game skip that music? How dare they? But we will hopefully hear more of that lovely piece of music as we play through Grand Theft Auto. We got a quick glimpse there of the game. Now bear in mind, Supan in particular, this is a PlayStation 1 game, okay? So it's obviously not going to look like Grand Theft Auto 5 on PS5, okay? I remember playing this when I gave birth. Ah, go away. I can't do anything, he won't go away. Supan, mod duties there, kick him. I'm not able for you to Supan, you're a mod. Kick him, punch him, choke him, strangle him, do whatever you need to do. Get him out of the live stream, please. Get him out of here. I can't wait for that cat game. Me as well. Bring on some Stray. Thank you. And keep deleting his comments. 2A, why you so gay? I know. Okay, let's get stuck in straight away. New game. So, okay. So you know how in Grand Theft Auto 5, there's 3 main characters? No, you don't. As you play through the game, you can obviously switch between those 3 characters. Franklin, Michael, and Trevor. Right? But in the original Grand Theft Auto, from the very beginning of the game, you can actually choose who you want to play as. So you have Travis, Bubba. I love Bubba, to be honest with you. Troy, Kivlov. He sounds Russian. So yeah, you have. I thought it was more, to be honest. So you have 1, 2, 3. You've got 4 characters to choose from, and they have their own individual scores, like Gangster Bang, Heist Almighty, Mandarin Mayhem, Tequila Slammer, Bent Cop Blues, and Master Blaster. So I'm going to start by playing as, but you can also rename your character, which is something you don't see in today's Grand Theft Auto. So I'm going to rename. Now you can also put in cheats. I have cheats as well. Super. I'll read the comments now in a moment. But look what came inside the game. cheat codes. No, I'm not going to cheat. Not for no anyway. Comments time. Thank you for timing him out. 1A is here and everything. Just keep on timing them out. They'll get bored eventually. Ignore them. Supon, ignore them. Just keep timing them out. I'm sorry, but I have been ordered to kick your bum. I think I got 5 or 10 hours left for Horizon 2. Not bad, good stuff. Then I am done with the game and selling it. You should try to platinum it. You can rename your character in GTA. Oh, can you? I didn't know that. Pretty cool. Ah, the old game cheat codes. I know. Well, wait, what? Oh, someone retracted. I thought you accidentally kicked my other viewer. I can't pronounce his name. Studio Home. Okay, so my name is Johnny. Or actually, no, Yanni. Yanni is about to hit the streets of Liberty City. So, in Grand Theft Auto, in the original Grand Theft Auto, this is the game where you were introduced to the 3 iconic cities in the one game. So you have Liberty City, Vice City, and San Andreas, those 3 iconic cities from the GTA series in this game. This is where those cities originated. Oh. Yanni, let's go. I'll read the comments first because they have a habit of catching up on me. And the old game, oh yeah, so, okay. So as you can see, we start off in Liberty City. I'm so glad I can show this game to my younger viewers, the new generation of Grand Theft Auto players. So you've got public enemies, Chris, Stuart, and Dave. So let's get it started. Again, bear in mind this is the beginning of the Grand Theft Auto series. So visually, it's not going to look great. The gameplay is not going to look great. The audio is not going to look great. Apart from the music is fantastic. So just bear that in mind. Bear the obvious in mind. Answer the South Park phones to get jobs. Keep your eyes open for opportunities. Remember, if you mess up, we mess you up. Yo, they mean business. So holding down X moves your character. He runs automatically. Left and right in the D-pad moves the direction of your character. Square is to get into a car. You can actually walk by holding triangle. Circle is to attack. But listen, I don't know if you can pick this up, but you can actually burp and fart. In the original Grand Theft Auto, you can burp and fart. Listen. Can you hear that? For no reason whatsoever, you can just go around and fart and burp. I ain't seen new gen guy. I ain't a new gen guy. I am PS2 guy. I know. Wait, I got to go. My mom's calling. I wanted to give you the hit. Can you come back by any chance? Can you come back in a few minutes? Because I really wanted to give you. I mean, I actually researched this and everything. I actually went on the internet, man, to make sure I got this right. The history of Grand Theft Auto in terms of the publishers and the developers. Can you come back? Is that possible? Oh, okay. Nonetheless. So, being this Grand Theft Auto, one of the biggest things about Grand Theft Auto was, of course, Grand Theft Auto. So you can steal cars. So this car here looks good. So press square. Now again, it's been a while since the triangle is the reverse. Of course, you can run over pedestrians for no reason. So this is what appealed to me when I first saw Grand Theft Auto. This very ahead of its time gameplay appealed to me. We're going to go to the phones. This is how we accept missions in the original Grand Theft Auto. So I'll start with the first phone. Crazy Jimmy's dumped the car in Northeast Park. Find it before the cops do, or die. I mean, they weren't messing around. Like, the guys giving these missions back in the day, they were not messing around, you know? And I don't know why, but I can't get into my car. It won't let me get into my car. So I just called me an asshole for no reason. So as you can see, top-down view. Very different to today's Grand Theft Auto games. So we're gonna take the car. Hopefully. Okay. I think this car could be in the way. Bring the car to Dulles in West Park. I love it. We got some friends. Oh, jeez, I can't even say that. Because, you know, the opposition might know to say that. This is just too cringe. Anyway. It is Grand Theft Auto after all. So before the mini map that we all know now in Grand Theft Auto games, to navigate around the open world with missions, you had an hour, as you can see now. And of course, me being me, I've got myself completely lost. Jesus is right. To check the comments because they will build up otherwise. Thank you, Supon. I appreciate that. I do, because I mean, you find it interesting. You will actually find it interesting. I actually did so much research again on this topic, so I would really appreciate if you could come back. Get out of my way. It's the exact same car. Jimmy needs a driver. Talk to him on the phone in the Southwest Park subway. Now these boxes actually contain weapons, so I've got my first weapon in the game, is a machine gun. Because it wouldn't be Grand Theft Auto without weapons, now would it? Now when I first played Grand Theft Auto, like literally first played it, I didn't do any missions. I just drove around Liberty City and just really experienced, you know, the sandbox open world. Holy shit. Open world gameplay. I didn't actually realize I was actually on fire. Wasted. My very first wasted. So it looks like I got this. So being that it's the original Grand Theft Auto, the very first Grand Theft Auto in the series, games back then, you know, they were tough. Like, they were proper tough. Like, when you died, you died. There wasn't really much checkpoints. There wasn't really much, you know, of that. So you literally just had to restart the whole mission again. Oh, there's my music. There is my music. That piece of music, like, is a hands down. It is the most iconic, for me anyway. It's the most iconic piece of music. Jeez, get out of the way. of the entire Grand Theft Auto series. Fucking the right way around this map. Where are we going? If you're like me, you will get lost a lot playing this game. And of course I'm on the wrong side of the bridge. Wait, what? Oh no. Where are we going here, is he? Nope. Wants to pick up his meds. Oh, no, never mind. I think you can actually change the radio stations as well, so just bear with me on that one. Nope. No, that wasn't introduced, I think, until Grand Theft Auto 3. Been able to change the radio stations.
You're listening to Head Radio.
Head Radio.
Coming up next, the news and travel reports.
I just get myself so lost playing this game. It's hard to go back from the mini map of the later Grand Theft Auto games. Jesus Christ. I think I'm on the other side. Am I? How am I gonna, like... There we go. Yeah, like once you experience a mini map, it's hard to go back. Somebody has robbed the bank. There would be granted. Oh god, I got over the car instead. There wouldn't be. Bobby's got a sticky love nest in South Island Heights. Take me there. And as you can see, my wanted level is very high right now. Level 4 wanted level. Even though there's nobody there. And my very first mission complete. The first mission complete of the entire GTA series. Not bad, kid. I'm going to make sure we... Okay, so first mission. And there's no actually way to save your game in the traditional sense. Like, there's definitely no auto saves in it. There's nothing like that. Not in the early days of Grand Theft Auto, anyway, at least. Don't know if you can make it out now, but I'm actually driving a motorcycle, which wouldn't be seen again until, bizarrely enough, Vice City. Because there was no, I don't think there's any bikes in GTA 2, and there was none in 3. But they were oh god. See, bikes are just deadly to control in any Grand Theft Auto game, so you can keep your bike. Maybe I'll travel on foot. Oh, I'm gonna get that car. Or not. This is the original Liberty City, people. We need 2 yellow cabs for a bank job. Bring them to the docks in New Bouvincy. I decided to go full mission based in the live stream. The complete opposite to how I first played this game. What's funny is there's like yellow cabs everywhere. But like the game forces you to go to like a specific part of the map to get like a specific type of cab. All these years later, and I still just get myself lost in these dead ends. Oh, for God's sake. I had a map of GTA, but I lost it. This game actually came out of a map. Like what's, like what most GTA games, anyway. But yeah, I had a map, but I lost it. It's like I'm getting lost right, in this game. I just ended up in the exact same. I just literally ended up in the exact same place. Jesus is right. I like this because what you're literally seeing now is how I play Grand Theft Auto. Maybe it's in here. I doubt it though, but I don't know what I'm doing. No. Hey, you. I'm sure I'll figure out where to go eventually. What? What is going on? Do I have to like fall into the water or something? Lads. Lads. I like it though. This was how it was done in the day. Everything has gotten so like accessible now, and what do they call it again? There's another word as well. What's it pointing me to though? This is actually pissing me off. What's the point of following an arrow if it doesn't take you to your destination? Like, I don't get that, like it doesn't make any sense, like. Look, that's where the arrow is pointing. Oh no, never mind, I'll get there eventually. There's no actual map. Ah, fuck off. Right, stop. Kill Frenzy, get 1,000 points. So one of the things, yeah, I'm not going to get that in time. Kill Frenzies. They're like challenges within the game. And you complete the challenge and you get a high score. Better luck next time indeed. Here, I don't know what's going on right now. Where am I supposed to be going, like? We've got a situation where I'm completely lost and having a clue where the hell I'm going. Can you provide some assistance? But I like this because what you're seeing here is just it's real gameplay. If I can't find it after a while, I think I'll just go on a complete killing frenzy. You freeze. I'm just ending up in the same place. I'll stop this now, this is ridiculous. Jesus Christ. Stop. This is not even funny anymore. This game is just... This game just shows how terrible my sense of direction is, like. How is that even possible, like? I feel like I'm stuck in one of those movies, like, where they just end up in the same place over and over again. But I like that you're seeing this, because this is how the game is played. Oh wait, this could be it now. Oh wait. The bridge. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Get out of the way. No, why am I even going up here? Is it? Jesus. Oh my god. Jesus. Where is that cab? What the hell? Who are you? Get on my fucking car. Cunt. Ah, what the fuck? Wait. No, I feel really stupid. Remember earlier I said that there was plenty of yellow cabs around the map, and why couldn't I just get those maps? Why is the game forcing me to go to a specific location for a specific cab? Well, it turns out that I'm stupid, and the reality is you can actually get any cab. Parker, how are you doing? You're very welcome back to Green Hill Gaming for another PlayStation 1 Classics live stream. In this live stream, I am playing the original Grand Theft Auto on PlayStation. So I hope you're doing well, Parker, and I'm glad you're keeping well. And hope you enjoy the live stream. And if you want to stick around for a bit longer, I'm going to give the history of the Grand Theft Auto, with the original Grand Theft Auto, that is. Alright, so now that I know what to actually do, I can actually get what I need. And thankfully, what did I say again? Did I have to? Oh, I have to go to the bank, isn't it? No, is it? And take them to the take them to the docks. This is... My amazing driving skills. What do you think of my driving skills, Parker? Amazing, aren't they? You see, I was just following the arrow light, you know. In fairness to me, like I was only following the arrow light. Ah, stop. How much I lost? Busted. Well, that went well. Hello. I already said hello to you, Parker. Alright. Get back. Yellow. Oh no, another one. No. There's literally 3 yellow cabs past me and they didn't get one. There we go. This is driving me insane. I have Pac-Man held hostage. What did Pac-Man ever do to you now to deserve to be held hostage, Parker? Let him go. Let him go right now. Poor Pac-Man.
You're listening to Head Radio. Coming up next, news and travel reports.
Jesus. I have to find that map. I actually have an original map of this game. He just bit my arm off. Oh, well, he's just a stuffed animal. Well, if he ate your arm off, then, and by all means, hold that motherfucker hostage. I'm at the fucking docks here. What the fuck is going on here, like? I think the game is glitched or something. I don't know. Great. I know, just the water, as you do. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is different. This looks different, doesn't it? This is 100% the docks, like. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck off. Go for skill. That's all that Gran Turismo gameplay. Improving my driving skills. That doesn't know what the fuck this game is actually doing, like. I swear to God, this game. Pac-Man.exe. A bit like Sonic EXE, is it?
Head Radio. Music for your pleasure.
Head radio. This game is wrecking my head right now.
The Network Chart Show.
See, this is before the days of the mini maps. So you have to follow this hour. I swear to God. Oh my god. Jesus. Pac-Man EXE is what I held hostage. Oh, okay. Wait, is it in here? Oh, God help us out. Ah, stop. What the hell is right? Where the fuck do I go? I know there's an arrow like pointing literally behind me, like I'm going the opposite direction, but like. Oh, what the fuck? You said you retracted. Were you retracting in comments for? Well, now the Pac-Man is gone for good. We can do some math. This arrow is going nowhere, like. Bring him to what? The docks in New. At least we're still experiencing Grand Theft Auto anyway. Even though it's just me getting lost over and over again. Okay, that's enough of that. Rampage time, I think. Because I haven't a clue where I'm going. Proceed to steal police vehicle. This is how I played GTA back in the day. Wasted. Blown to smithereens. What's 2? Is the answer 4? By any chance? I'm going to find it. It has to be somewhere. No, this is the one where I got trapped, didn't I? Yeah. So, I don't know. East Brooklyn docks. I have actually no idea where to go, but nonetheless, this is Grand Theft Auto. Originally. Now, if I can't even tolerate this, right? And I played it like originally. Imagine like putting this into the hands of like a GTA Online player. Oh my god, like I'd pay good money for that, like.
Head Radio. Music for your pleasure. Chart show.
Oh shit. The answer was 21,000. It was a lot more than that now, I'd say. That's 9 plus 10. That would be 19. Oh, there's literally, I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. What if I go around? Ah, what the fuck? Fuck Eddie Simmons. Right. I'm in New Greensey. No, so. But that took longer than expected. And I'm guaranteeing I'm going to get busted. Oh wait, what? Oh sorry. He's collecting it. Oh wait, relax. I forgot that. Wait, how do I even... I'm so glad you're actually experiencing this because this is how we played GTA back in the day, like. And it was not like one bit. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. How the fuck? I don't know what the fuck is going on. Get your guns out of the... Oh yeah. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm gonna... What the fuck is it? Controls, man. It's too... Okay, one more should do. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is classic Grand Theft Auto. Spending about an hour just trying to complete one mission because you're having a clue where you're going. That's why the game gave you. I have a map somewhere. I don't know where I put it. I'm actually very sorry. I did have a map somewhere. I think I actually, don't kill me, but I actually think I threw it out. It could be there somewhere. Let me just have a good look and see can I actually come across that. Because I find it hard to believe that I've actually thrown it out. Like, I probably put it somewhere. Yeah, it's probably gone. I don't know why I threw it out. No, to be honest, but is what it is. Not the kind of thing you want to throw out, like, but I don't know. I must have been in a pissed off mood at the time. I must have been pissed off at Rockstar at the time. The answer was 21. How was it 21? Well, that's 8 plus 1. I don't know. I'm 9, so I don't play GTA. And you're good, good lad. Good lad. I wish I was like you. I was 9 when I was your age when I was playing Grand Theft Auto. Well, no, I was 10, I think. 10. So now I need to find another cab. So yeah, because there was no mini map back then, it was just so hard to just figure out where the hell you were going, like. So now I need to find a cab. At least I'm in the right area now, anyway. And there was one single cab. Fun fact, Parker: you can literally fart and burp as you run around. It is Chris. Let's go indeed, Chris. Chris, you are very welcome to Green Hill Gaming for a PlayStation 1 classic live stream. As you can see, I am playing Grand Theft Auto, the original Grand Theft Auto, on PlayStation 1, of course. So, how are you doing? I hope you're keeping well, and I hope you enjoy the live stream. And if you stick around a little bit longer, I'm actually going to give you the history of the original Grand Theft Auto in terms of the publishers and the developers. So yeah, enjoy the live stream. Taxi, come back. Jesus. I only hope you're getting a taxi, I think. Taxi. Oh, they're all just... Taxi, you bastard. Okay. Taxi. Sit everywhere. I gotta keep moving, man. Answer the phone. Ah, oh, that's gonna time me, I betcha. I'm gonna be timed on that now, I'd say. So yeah, what you experienced there for about, I don't know, 50, 45, 50 minutes was me completely lost, not knowing where to go, because I only had to rely on an hour, the direction of an hour. You see, this was well before Grand Theft Auto introduced the mini-map and waypoints. So it was much harder to navigate Liberty City in the original Grand Theft Auto. Much harder. And see, I even time to answer the phones as well. Like, this game does not mess around, like. Oh, come on. My brother knows I'm banging his wife. Waste this stab son of a bitch. Oh, that's actually hilarious. I'm hopefully going to run over him if I can. he got me. Somebody got me anyway. Wasted. Don't tell me that I have to. Oh, okay. It appears there is some kind of a checkpoint system in the game, which I didn't really take too much the first time round. Strange. Unless you have lives. Yeah. Oh, it probably is. I don't think I have any lives left. That's what it is. That's what it is. You have a certain amount of lives, and when you run out of lives, then it's back to the beginning of the game. But I don't mind doing that anyway. It's hard enough yet. It's hard enough yet. And the battery is doing okay as well. All right. What the hell? What the fuck is? There he is. Oh, you bastard. You can't see him. Mission complete. Hey, I owe you one. Well, you definitely do. Get your ass back to the phones in the park for more jobs. Fun fact, Grand Theft Auto was originally called Race and Chase. I don't want to go into Kill Frenzy right now. Oh, shit. Not for the Kill Frenzy, because I'm in the complete wrong direction. Oh, for fuck's sake. Where, how is it pointing up here? The bridge is closed.
You're listening to Head Radio. Coming up next, the news and travel reports.
Need a better car. My car is goosed. I actually just genuinely forgot how lost you will get playing this game. The Angels wasted one of our dealers and split the shit. Bubby wants it back. Well, if Bubby wants it back, well then Bubby will get it back. Amazing driving skills. Supon is back. You want some KFC? Well, unfortunately, I have no KFC for you, but I do have is an interesting piece of history for you regarding the original development and publishing of the very early Grand Theft Auto games, if you'd like to hear that, Supon. And thanks for coming back as well. That's actually much appreciated. So I'm going to get stuck right in. Okay, so I did a bit of research for this. So there was a question asked earlier when I showed the box for Grand Theft Auto, and it was, where is the Rockstar logo? Because as you can see, there is no Rockstar logo anywhere on this box. So the original Grand Theft Auto was developed by DMA Design and BGM Interactive. So you may be like asking yourself, where is the Rockstar logo? Who are DMA Design? Who are BMG Interactive? Well, I did a bit of research, so prepare to be mind blowing. So the original Grand Theft Auto, this game right here that I've been playing for the last hour, was created by David Jones and Mike Daly from DMA Design. And it was published by BMG Interactive, in which the Hauser brothers, Sam and Dan, were a part of. So, boom. First piece of history. No. So, soon after the release of Grand Theft Auto 1, there was actually two acquisitions. Very, very big acquisitions. So, the first major acquisition was Take-Two Interactive. Take-Two Interactive actually acquired BMG Interactive, and when that happened, then the Hauser brothers actually moved their office to America, really expanded, and they founded Rockstar Games. But then there was another acquisition revolving DMA. You see, DMA were acquired by Gremlin Interactive soon after the release of GTA 1. And after GTA 2, Gremlin were acquired by Infogrames, and from there, the DMA assets were sold to Take-Two Interactive. So Take-Two Interactive completely acquired DMA. Now, so now I'm going to talk about. So David Jones, again the original creator of Grand Theft Auto, he made GTA and he made GTA 2. But after Take Two fully acquired DMA, he wasn't happy. In fact, most of his staff um, left after the original acquisition. But after GTA 2, um, David Jones left. He left. Most of his team left. So there was a lot of newer people, including Laszlo. Or was it Leslie or Laszlo? Um, so from there onwards, the later Grand Theft Auto games would have been made by new staff, led by the Hauser brothers. Um, so DMA, I should point out as well, when DMA was acquired by Take Two Interactive, and when BGM Interactive was acquired by Take Two Interactive, like DMA was actually renamed Rockstar North. So basically, DMA is now Rockstar North, and BGM Interactive is basically like Rockstar Games owned by Take Two. Ah, I think I might cheat that one, but hopefully you understand the history of Grand Theft Auto there. So, long story short, um, yeah, it is actually very confusing. Man, look at this. What terrible! I just squiggle it. It is very confusing. All you need to know, basically, if I have to summarize that in my own words, basically, is um, that icon there. That's actually DMA Interactive. They are the original developers of Grand Theft Auto. Um, so created by David Jones and Mike Daly from DMA, DMA Design. Right, those are the original developers. BMG Interactive um, were the publishers, and BMA Interactive, again, um, they're basically the Hauser brothers. Basically, David Jones pitched the idea of Grand Theft Auto to the Hauser brothers of BMG Interactive. Then Take Two came along and essentially acquired both. First, they acquired BMG Interactive, then they acquired DMA. So when they acquired BMG Interactive, um, the Hauser brothers moved office and they became Rockstar Games, basically, but owned by Take Two Interactive, right? Eventually, they acquired DMA, the developers, and they became Rockstar North. Rockstar North. But David Jones and most of his team left because they didn't like the. I wasn't pointing. They didn't like the idea of Take Two acquiring them, so they actually left. So there was new developers in place then, and from GTA 3 onwards, it was basically the Hauser brothers and these new developers from the newly formed Rockstar North, previously known as DMA Design. The only person left from the Hauser brothers was actually Sam Hauser because Dan Hauser left. So Sam Hauser is the only original guy. He worked on GTA London and onwards. So yeah, that's all I need to know basically about the history of Grand Theft Auto, the original GTA games. Anyway, I still don't understand. It's a long story. KFC Twister sandwich is too expensive. But it's not that confusing. Like basically, you think that Rockstar Games is the people who created Grand Theft Auto. That's not true. You think the Hauser brothers created Grand Theft Auto. That's not true. The Hauser brothers were the publishers of Grand Theft Auto. And before they were Rockstar Games, they were BMG Interactive. The people who actually created Grand Theft Auto, again, is David Jones and Mike Daly from DMA Design. The reason we have Rockstar Games and Take Two Interactive is because shortly after the release of the original game, Take Two Interactive acquired all of the assets. They basically acquired BMG Interactive, and because BMG Interactive were the publishers of Grand Theft Auto, then they had the assets. So they had DMA Design as well. So Take Two Interactive was the parent company from that point onwards, but BMG Interactive then became Rockstar Games, and DMA Design became Rockstar North. I think that's pretty easy to understand. I think the more I'm explaining it, the more I'm making it slightly easier. Do you not understand now? I think it's fascinating. I really do. I think it's fascinating because a lot of people, including myself, would have just assumed like that the Hauser brothers were actually like the original guys. The original guys, yeah, they were the original publishers, but they didn't actually like develop it. You know what I mean? It was actually the staff of DMA. It was DMA and then Rockstar North that actually developed the game. It was actually so basically Take Two Interactive are actually not the publishers. They're actually the parent company. So it's important to point that out. You know the way we always like kind of tiptoe around attacking Rockstar Games. Well, Rockstar Games are actually the publisher. Rockstar North is actually the developer. Fun fact. See, this is why it's interesting. Take Two Interactive are not more than a parent company. They're not more than a parent company. They're just sitting there taking the money. They're just, they don't really care either way. They're just going to take money from this massive franchise called Grand Theft Auto. But again, it's Rockstar Games that are the publishers. Basically, the only person left from the Hauser brothers there is Sam Hauser. So Sam Hauser from Rockstar Games, and then the developers are actually Rockstar North, which is previously DMA Design, which was previously led by David Jones, but he left after GTA 2. Does that make sense? I don't even think he's still here. He's gone, is he? Okay, fair enough. So basically, nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit that I actually wrote all that down and made an effort. Okay, that's fair enough. Whatever. I think it's interesting, nonetheless. It's funny. It's funny how pointing like telling me so much about God of War and probably giving me the exact blood type of Kratos, you know. But then like I try to explain something in an easy enough way about like just simply how these two companies had an original name and how they have a new name and how development has changed over the years. And kind of understand. That's amazing to me. Like it's not that hard to understand. I know like when I was researching it, it was a little bit complicated, right? Like because it's not as easy as most like game development shifts over the years. Like it is like with all the acquisitions, and changing of names and stuff. Like it can get a bit complicated, but I think the more you kind of explain it, the easier it becomes. Basically, again, you just have to remember that Rockstar North are the developers of Grand Theft Auto, and they were previously known as DMA Design, which was previously led by David Jones and Mike Daly, who created the original Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto 2. Shortly after that, then you have to realize that the game was published, the game was pitched. It was pitched to the publishers, the Hauser brothers of BMG Interactive. The Hauser brothers liked it. They really liked it. They went ahead with it. They published the game, and then Take Two Interactive, this big massive company, comes along and acquires both the publisher and the developer, right? Because once you acquire the publisher, then you technically have the game, so you acquire the developer then as well. And then when that happened, BMG Interactive moved to a bigger location, bigger office. I think it was America at that stage. They moved to America, I think. And then they became Rockstar Games. So no longer are they BMG Interactive. They're no Rockstar Games. And eventually, DMA Design became Rockstar North, and it was around that time that David Jones decided to call it a day. He made Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto 2 but he decided to call it a day. He just didn't basically agree to the acquisition, you know. And it's going to be interesting now because I know that the PS2 generation of GTA games are great, but you look at the current state now of Grand Theft Auto, you know what I mean? Maybe he kind of made the right move. And if you think of it, like the only Hauser brother left is because I keep forgetting their names mixed up. Oh shit, I lost it. I think it's Sam Hauser. So it was one of the houses anyway. One of the houses anyway. Yeah, Sam Hauser. He's the only guy left. He's the only guy left. I don't think it's that complicated, really, to understand. You know, like I just feel like I've just made all this effort to explain this, and nobody gives a shit, kind of a thing. Colson is here. Maybe Colson will appreciate the history of Grand Theft Auto. Maybe Chad will appreciate the history of Grand Theft Auto. Colson and Chad, you are both very welcome to Green Hill Gaming for another live stream of PlayStation 1 classics. This time I am playing an absolute gem of a classic, the original Grand Theft Auto on PlayStation. Now, Chad and Colson, I hope you're both doing very well and I hope you enjoyed the live stream. History in gaming with Johnny. So Chad may have already been here for a while and he may have been listening to my history. Not sure about Colson, but I'm going to repeat it again because I don't know. Supong couldn't appreciate. Supong couldn't understand the history of Grand Theft Auto, but he could probably tell me the blood type of Kratos and his entire family tree and every single thing that happened in Red Dead Redemption 2 from start to finish. But apparently he can't fucking understand a damn thing about the history of GTA. Well, we've never seen that before. Well, this is going to blow your mind then, Colson. This is going to blow your mind. So, modern Grand Theft Auto fans may look at this box and be wondering, where is the Rockstar logo? I don't see a Rockstar logo because there is none. Instead, you have these logos here. This logo here represents DMA Design, the developers of this game, Grand Theft Auto. DMA Design, led by David Jones and Mike Daly. David Jones and Mike Daly essentially created this game, Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto 2. They were the developers of the game. They pitched the game to the publishers, Sam and Dan Houser of BMG Interactive, again, the publishers. But shortly after the release of Grand Theft Auto 2, or maybe in 1 actually, not too sure, but very soon anyway, in the history of Grand Theft Auto, Take-Two Interactive acquired the publishers, BMG Interactive, acquired the Houser brothers. They would then move their office, I think, to America and found Rockstar Games. But because Take-Two Interactive acquired the publisher of Grand Theft Auto, it basically meant that they now pretty much own the assets to DMA Design, which kind of pissed off David Jones and Mike Daly. So eventually, pretty much everyone within DMA left. So then DMA was reformed as Rockstar North. And from that point onwards, it was basically the Houser brothers that were publishing Grand Theft Auto under Rockstar Games, and it was Rockstar North that were developing future Grand Theft Auto games with new staff like Leslie or Leslie, whatever the hell his name is. And yeah, that is essentially why you don't see a Rockstar logo. So basically, DMA Design are now known as Rockstar North, and BMG Interactive, basically the Houser brothers, are now known as Rockstar Games, and Take-Two Interactive is the parent company. I don't think I can explain it any more or any further than that. So there you go. Thanks, Colson. Thanks. Check out the history of Body Harvest. That's actually a great history actually behind that. They're a Cyberpunk game before moving on to PS2. Some fantastic history actually behind that. They pitched it to Nintendo, and Nintendo liked their work. Like basically, DMA Design made the lemons. I don't know if you're aware of that. They actually made the lemons. David Jones and DMA Design made the lemons. Nintendo loved that, so because it was cute and cuddly. Oh, look at the cute and cuddly game, even though you were fucking killing people. It was crazy. Anyway, But they found the game cute and cuddly, so they approached DMA Design to make a new game. That game was Body Harvest, and they went through so many changes because Nintendo were like, this isn't family friendly. We're not too happy with this. And then it just changed hands. Eventually, they got pissed off and they actually got Midway to publish it instead. Not Nintendo. Nintendo were originally going to publish it, but they got Midway Games to publish it instead. But it still released on N64 and they had a bit of a kind of falling out there with Nintendo. Like, but obviously things have changed since then. There was a Game Boy Color port of Grand Theft Auto. There was Grand Theft Auto Advanced. There was Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars on the DS, and obviously you got Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition on the Switch as well. I enjoyed my daily facts for the day. Glad you did. I think you want to see some gameplay now, don't you? Nintendo had their Zelda developers try to help them and jump ship. Ha! That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. And thank you, Chad. I don't know, Supong couldn't understand what the hell I was talking about. He's just hungry, he needs some KFC or something, I don't know. But I think I explained it quite well. Maybe he didn't like, maybe he's a GTA Online head and he didn't like being told that the Hauser brothers aren't actually the creators of Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? Maybe he didn't like the idea that like there was a time before Rockstar Games and there was a time before Rockstar North. You know, maybe he didn't like the fact that I made him aware that the game was actually created by David Jones and Mike Daly and not Sam and Dan Hauser. Sam and Dan Hauser were the publishers. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they basically are responsible for this game being as successful as it is because they put a lot of marketing into the original Grand Theft Auto. Do you know what they actually did? Do you know what they actually did? The Hauser brothers. They tipped off. You know that man Clifford. What's that? What's that fucking um journalist Clifford from the newspapers? He tipped them off. They tipped them off, and they go, "Oh, there's this violent game coming out. Oh my god, it's really, really violent. Oh, very, very violent. You know, and Grand Theft Auto it's called. You know." And then he basically all the media were talking about it, and the more people were interested in it, of course, they wanted to buy it. So they did fantastic work for marketing. I mean, there wouldn't be a Grand Theft Auto, you know, in the market right now if it actually wasn't for the Hauser brothers. So in a way, they played a part in creating a platform for this game. You can create something. I mean, I can create this fucking pen, right? But if nobody produces this pen, you know, markets that pen, then nobody's going to fucking use it. So the Hauser brothers and BMG Interactive, now known as Rockstar Games, you know, 100% deserve all the praise that they can actually get. Retro gaming facts is good for the brain. It is. Saber just sucks. He doesn't like anything. He's just a negative Nancy. And if you're listening right now, Supon, you are a negative Nancy. He literally said that Metroid makes him puke to his stomach. Like, why would you say something like that? Like, what the hell? Why would a game make you puke to your stomach? This is a guy that probably loves to play Cyberpunk. You know, a game that literally looks like fucking puke. Anyway, there was they almost cancelled GTA 3. Yeah, there was a few games cancelled actually. Almost cancelled because of 9/11. One of them was actually, Jesus, actually 2025 already. One of them was actually was Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty. Lot of games actually. So here's the gameplay, Coulson. You may be looking at this and you may be saying to yourself, "This is not GTA 5," and you would be correct. This is the very first Grand Theft Auto game, again, created by David Jones and Mike Daly of DMA Interactive. Top-down perspective. And you're actually driving around in Liberty City for the first time in the series. In fact, this game contains Liberty City, Vice City, and San Andreas. You're obviously being pursued by the police like you would in any Grand Theft Auto game. So all the staples of the series introduced in this game. But I just find that hilarious that Alex Clifford, that was his name, wasn't it? Alex Clifford. The Hauser brothers tipped them off on this violent game that was going to get released. Grand Theft Auto. But what am I supposed to do again? The angel is wasted one of it. Okay. Oh shit. What's the life? Busted. I think I have one life left. You actually have lives in this game as well. And if you want to lives, you go back to literally the very beginning of the game. Love it. Glad you like it, Coulson. Glad you like it. I feel like I'm being this fucking. I sound like just like I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't know. I think I'm an overreactor. I'm like, look at me, look at me, look what I'm doing. Why isn't anyone paying attention to me? It's not. It's not about that. It's just that I put a lot of effort into internet research for Grand Theft Auto, and I actually, asked Supon would he could actually come back to listen to it, and then he came back and he was like, oh, I don't, none of it makes sense. I was like, I don't know, kind of annoyed me a little bit to be honest. But I'm glad that you could actually understand and pick it up. But I'd say the reason he's just this isn't GTA Online. I don't care. Probably has posters of the Hauser brothers, you know, all over his room. And when I mentioned David Jones and other people, he's like, blasphemy, blasphemy. Who are these? Who is this? Who is this David Jones you speak of? I don't know. It's been an hour, really, to be honest. The comments again there. No? I love retro games, but sadly can't play because I only have consoles. Yeah, they are hard to find nowadays. I was lucky enough that I tracked down a good amount of retro consoles and games over the years, but they're very hard to track down now. Like the car's still there, surprisingly, and the bike is still there. Car. Fun fact: bikes were obviously first introduced in the original Grand Theft Auto. However, they wouldn't reappear until Grand Theft Auto 3. But even I'm fascinated by this history of the early days of Grand Theft Auto because I always thought the Hauser brothers were actually developing Grand Theft Auto. I just always assumed that they were actually the developers, but they're actually just publishers. Like they have their team at Rockstar North, right, working on the game, but the Hauser brothers are just publishers. So do you know the way like I'm just stating fact now. I mean, this is fact. I didn't even know this myself. But you know the way we kind of like say, oh, Take Two Interactive, the evil publishers. It's actually Rockstar Games that are actually the publishers of Grand Theft Auto, not Take Two Interactive. Take Two Interactive are just the parent company. The shit spent Tony Diaz. He wants back. Answer the phone. Oh God. Oh, do you know one of the things that was really annoying about the early Grand Theft Auto games is the fact that you have to rush back to the phone to answer it because they're very impatient motherfuckers and they didn't want to wait for you to pick up the phone. Although it hasn't been a turn yet. Oh, that's fine. I'm sliding over the car. Oh, there we go. Hey, Bubby baby, dump the shit in the park in the South Blast. Dump what? Hey, Bubby's baby, dump the shit. Oh, what? Dump what? Oh, I think I have to take the bike back. No, what bike? What is he talking about? Oh, Tony's on his way. Make sure he makes the pickup. I'm stuck. Tony's on his way. Make sure he makes the pickup. What pickup? Oh, yes. Good job. Tony sends his regards. Fat shit left with meatball here for you too. Get your ass back to the phones in the park. So you accepted missions by going to payphones. Now that actually still got brought over to a lot of later Grand Theft Auto games. I think it's even in GTA 4, possibly even 5 as well. Like, you know, so but this is where it all originated. Like, this is where how you would accept missions. You would go to payphones. Um, yeah, so it was done. So yeah. This is actually the most Grand Theft Auto I've played in a very, very long time. Honest. Ah, fuck. I'm on the other side of the map, I think. And I don't know if I'm going to be timed to answer the phones. Probably will. So this was before the days of the waypoint map, the mini map. I mean, this was before the mini map got introduced, and before you could set waypoints. Is basically what I meant to say there. Chad, hello. But yes, thank you, Johnny, for showing off retro games. It really makes people like me appreciate it more. Do you know what? That's exactly why I do this. I mean, and I'm so glad to hear that, Colson. You know, because it's great to be able to show like the newer generation of gamers the origin of these like massively popular games nowadays, and to share the history of these games. I mean, we all know Rockstar Games now. We all know Rockstar North. We all know the Houser Brothers. But a lot of us, including myself, and I grew up with this game, didn't really know the full extent. Like, I always wondered why there was no Rockstar logo on the original Grand. I always wondered where Rockstar Games came from myself, like, you know. So it was great to do that bit of research. Now, there's a lot more to it as well, like, but I just kind of shortened it down. Um, like some fucking maniac. Because I just, you know, I share my passion of video games. You know, I have a passion of video games, so that's what I do. You know. Yes. The new police chief wants a bigger cut. Bobby wants him dead. Use the truck in so. Oh, it's really picking up now. Just checking the time and the battery. Okay, battery's on 38%. Time is not too bad at the moment. But I'm actually liking showing this game. I really am. Drinking coffee. Enjoy your coffee. They almost made a Kirby game. Yeah, they almost made a Kirby game. Fact. I only found that out actually a couple of weeks back. It blew my fucking mind, to be honest with you. So yeah, DMA Design, now known as Rockstar North, the original developers of Grand Theft Auto, but the original guy, like, or guys, David Jones and Mike Daly, well, they're gone. They didn't like Take-Two Interactive, basically. Would you blame them? Head to South New Law Precinct. The bomb. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's a bomb in the truck. There's a bomb in the truck. Oh, that's. I don't know how this game saves, by the way. I think it only saves once you finish an island. Well, get out of jail. What was that? Oh no. I think they said there was a bomb in the truck, so I'm actually shitting myself that the truck is going to explode. Oh, Jesus Christ. What? Move. Oh, no, what? Reverse, 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 reverse.
Coming up next, the news and travel reports.
Oh, shit. Well, I messed up there now, I did. And with that, it brings you back to the beginning of the game. I don't think you can pretty much do anything. You just have to restart the whole thing again. Bagged and tagged. Missions passed. I only passed. I only passed 3 missions because one of the missions just took a hell of a long time. I was trying to figure out where to go, and I just spelled my name wrong, Yanni, because I've been christened Yanni on my channel. But yeah, it kind of gives you an overall. This, as you can see, like Grand Theft Auto is an arcadey game. It was built as an arcadey game, and it is an arcadey game. So you have a score, you've got stuff like criminal record, all of this stuff here, like, you know. Like this realistic approach to Grand Theft Auto that we see in 5, these like deep stories and like, you know, everything is so real. Oh, you know, Michael, a former gangster, wants to live his life with his family. Oh, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that crap, like. But Supon is back. I'm going to try to explain the history of Grand Theft Auto one more time to you, Supon, before I end the live stream. My internet, sorry, it was out without telling you I had to go. Ah, you're okay. I am starving for KFC or Ali back. You should check on YouTube for Ali back, Yanni. Reason I love. Get good. Yeah, the first GTA is, and it should always be that way. But Gate 3 changed everything. Okay, let me try to explain the history of Grand Theft Auto in terms of the original, as far as the publishers and developers is concerned. Surely you will understand this, Supon. Okay. Grand Theft Auto was developed by DNA Design. They're now known as Rockstar North. The game was published to the Hauser brothers, Sam and Dan, of, at the time, BMG Interactive. They're now known as Rockstar Games. The reason why DMA Design and BGM Interactive became Rockstar North and Rockstar Games is because they were acquired by Take-Two Interactive. David Jones from DMA Design worked on Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto 2, but he left after Take-Two acquired them because he didn't like that. He didn't like Take-Two Interactive, basically. So from that point onwards, DMA Design was reformed as Rockstar North, and new developers came along, and they were obviously then published by Rockstar Games of the Hauser brothers. Does that not make sense to you now, Supan? Surely you understand that by now. It's not okay, but do you understand the history of Grand Theft Auto right now, Mr. Supan? I don't know why it's a save current, because there's nothing to save. Because I didn't. Oh shit! The memory card slot 1 is full. If you wish to save a new game, you must save. Well, I can delete something here, can I? Okay, I will delete. I don't even know what some of these games actually are. What is that game? Well, whatever it is, it's gone anyway. Save. How doesn't it make any sense to you? Chad understands it. Colson understands it, but you don't understand it. What don't you understand? What don't you understand, Supon? What is it that you don't understand? Listen, do you know Rockstar Games, Supon? Rockstar Games were previously known as BMG Interactive. Right? Do you know Rockstar North? They were previously known as DMA Design. DMA Design, now known as Rockstar North, are the developers of Grand Theft Auto. They make Grand Theft Auto. BMG Interactive, now known as Rockstar Games, the Hauser brothers, or Hauser brother, because Sam is the only one left, are the publishers of Grand Theft Auto. You're telling me that doesn't make any sense? Yes, I know about Rockstar. Okay, so you know Rockstar North. Okay, so Rockstar North were previously known as DMA Design before Take-Two Interactive acquired the assets of DMA Design once they acquired BMG Interactive. So before they were called Rockstar North, they were called DMA Design. Do you understand that part? Does that make sense to you? Because I'm actually about to round off the live stream now. It's been a long enough live stream now, to be fair. Hey Yanni, do you think you'll ever play RE4 on stream? I actually did, actually. Yeah, yesterday I was actually playing Resident Evil 4. You were here, weren't you? You were here when I was playing Resident Evil 4 on stream. So you understand now. Okay. So right. Take-Two Interactive are actually not the publishers of Grand Theft Auto. They're the parent company of both the publisher and the developer. It's a parent company. They're a big, massive company who basically own Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, you missed it. Sorry about that. He has to play RE4 PS4 version. I don't have to do anything, Supon. I'll just gladly remind you that Nintendo is the mother of Resident Evil 4, and that the Nintendo GameCube is the home of Resident Evil 4. I'll just continue to remind you of that over and over and over again. Just like I'm reminding you of the history of Grand Theft Auto, my boy. And it is an arcade again. And that's what Grand Theft Auto was built as. And that's what David Jones built the game as. That's what the Hauser brothers liked. That's what they liked about the game. That's why they went ahead and published it. But so do you understand now, Supon? Does this make sense to you? What are you? Why are you wearing shoes in the house? Because I want to, right? What, do you have some kind of a feet fetish? You want to see my feet or something? But so Supon, do you understand the history now of the original Grand Theft Auto and the original publishers and developers now? Do you understand? Do you? Do you? Do you? Supon need a vacation. I need a vacation after explaining things to you, Supon. That's what I fucking need. I need a fucking vacation, man. I don't. Supon, I'm gonna punch you so much, man. Oh no, you meant the foot fetish, sorry. But wear socks, not shoe. Have a good one. Thank you, Coulson. Thank you. And you as well, man. You as well. I'm about to run off the live stream now. But so Supon understands. Supon understands. I think it's simple. I think it's interesting though, because before I end the live stream, like the reason I wanted to do this because I found it very interesting. I always thought that that Take Two Interactive, like what the publishers and the Hauser brothers actually made the later Grand Theft Auto games, but it isn't. Like it isn't. Like they're the publishers. The Hauser brothers or Hauser brother now are the publishers of Grand Theft Auto. Rockstar Games publish Grand Theft Auto, but the game is actually developed by Rockstar North, which were previously known as DMA Design. But what I also find interesting is is the guy who actually made this game is actually not even around anymore. David Jones. David Jones from DMA Design. He left, and most of his team left when Take Two Interactive acquired them because they didn't want to have anything to do with Take Two Interactive. You know. So he actually only made Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto 2. The rest then were made by like new staff like that were introduced in the company when DMA Design was reformed as Rockstar North. I sound like some kind of maniac, I'm just going over and over again explaining it, but that's basically what it is. What it is. Basically, one more time, that logo there, this one here, represents DMA Design, the original developers of Grand Theft Auto. They're now Rockstar North. The game was pitched to the publishers, the Hauser brothers of BMG Interactive. They're now known as Rockstar Games because of Take Two acquiring first the publisher, BMG Interactive, giving them the assets, which meant DMA Design. So Take Two Interactive are the parent company of what is now Rockstar North and Rockstar Games. Before I go mentally insane, I'm going to end the live stream right now. You're not getting any KFC, Supon. How about that? You're not getting any KFC. But you know what I'm thinking as well, actually. You know, I used to do all these like playthroughs, like part one, part two, part three. Like that would take way too long. So going forward, I'm just gonna pick random PS1 games, play them for a bit, see how far I can get in, see how far I can get into the game, and then just move on to the next game. Then like from there, like you know. But I could return to it at a later time as well, like you know. It's Morbin time. What's Morbin time? Wait, I'm not ending the live stream until I know what the hell Morbin time is. What the hell is Morbin time, by? What's all that about? Morbin time. And you ain't getting food for the rest. I am actually. I am. I'm actually ordering a takeaway actually after. So, I might even order KFC. Yeah. How about that one? I'd even order KFC. Morbin time is a meme for the movie Morbius, a terrible, in brackets, best movie ever and boring. You are one complicated individual. You know that? You are one very complicated individual. So, on the one sentence, You were talking about a movie in which it's both terrible, but then the best movie ever made, but it's also boring. The main character says in one of his time it's Morbius time. Morbius is a Superman villain. All right. Well, that is something I don't understand. I don't think I want to. So before I close in the live stream, before the days of GTA Online, before the days of like all the fucking drama and stuff, like and all you ever hear about is the Hauser brothers, which they did do a great job publishing the game, but there's a much bigger history to the series, and I wanted to share that in this game. But then obviously to show the game as well, like gameplay as well, like. But no, that is me for this live stream now. So thank you everyone for watching. It's much appreciated. He is a vampire. Do you know what amazing me? You can tell me all this, but you can't understand how one company can go from one name to the next name. Amazes me. Never never fails to amaze me. Right, I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next live stream.